Because I'm happy.
What, that there's a Pudge? Or?
Yeah, that's one step closer to the edge.
Dude, the Pugna Pudge combination. Decrep, you don't miss that hook. It's impossible.
That is not the word that I would use for that, Owen.
It's amazing.
So now we've got 3, 6, 7 heroes to go. We're about to find out, by the way, which is the worst hero in Dota.
Dude, the Pugna strats are amazing. You know, Pugna...
Tell me, Owen.
With the Pudge...
Tell me, Owen.
You can easily deny yourself
Tell
by
me, Owen.
increasing the rot damage by decrepping the Pudge that he does to himself.
Owen, I can't handle you. You're...
Dude, when you start to see the decrep denies, it's going to be legit.
Owen, I can't handle you.
Because what did DC have? They did Drow Strat.
Do you think it also increases the magic damage?
Yeah.
No, it can't.
25% extra, isn't it?
No, but it doesn't deal more damage. That's what I'm saying. I'm messing with you.
What? Well, when he decreps him, he's going to be hurting himself more.
Yeah. That is not good. But they have Omni plus Pudge, which is insano.
I mean, that's good. There you go. So you decrep the Pugna, you repel the Pugna.
There's a lot of range heroes
and then
still
he
on the
looks
side
really
of DC.
flashy.
Man, this is the best. You can tell that LFY, they're like, whatever. They're chill.
Why can you tell that whatever?
Because it's whatever. They just pick Pudge Omni, man. They're not... This isn't their do or die game. For DC, there's a lot of respect on the line to win. You don't want to lose to a Pudge Pugna strat. That would suck.
Now, what kind of lanes are we getting from LFY then? So, as you say, this is... Well, looks a bit. Pugna going to be on the solo safe. Oh, Bulba. Is Bulba dead? He's dead, I think. He's already used his Burrow Strike. There's the Chaos Bolt into the Shackle. That is going to be your first blood, ladies and gentlemen. Going to Monet, the man on the pony.
That's strength.
But he's got no head. Oh, yeah, he does. It looks like he has no head. His head is tiny. Look how tiny that guy's head is.
That is incredible. That is actually really small.
That is. It doesn't look like he has it from certain angles.
No, you're. I thought you were messing. Even in this view.
Like, where's his head?
Yeah. Oh, and this is not the best cast that
They've lost the courier as well, Blitz. LFY are courier feeding.
What's going on in this game?
They are that confident.
They lost their courier last game too, and it didn't seem to matter. Yes. It didn't slow them an iota.
It's part of the strat. When you feed the courier, the game actually gives your team additional benefit by an increased GPM.
Yeah, is that what happens?
Yeah. That's what they tell me in my pubs. When he sends 5 of them down mid. LFY top lane. I mean, this is pretty terrifying for Rev. He's going to have a lot of trouble getting the farm here. This is aggro tri-lane from LFY. Looking to be nice. Super on the mid lane. Omni. I mean, this is just an absolute delight for LFY fans around the world. I love it.
All 5 of them.
Is that including the team?
Yes.
Oh.
That was the joke.
Come on, Will. That's really mean.
It's not. It's more like everyone's gonna bandwagon on LFY, but come on, guys.
Dude, these guys are
Who saw
great.
this
They
guy?
pick Pudge.
If you're not an OG fan, not an OG fan, but like you weren't originally their fan, you don't get to jump on the bandwagon. It's like being a Warriors fan, Owen. Or what's the English football equivalent?
I don't do football, Will. Probably like Man United or Arsenal.
Yeah, you don't get to do that.
Guys.
You don't get to do that.
Look at this mid lane. They're super. 12 for 1 against the 9 for 2 of Arbed. You raise your 10k. He
That's
raises
crazy.
his Omni.
He's doing so well with these weird melee heroes. There's a Drow aura too on the side of that Pudge.
Dude, there's level 2 on this Pudge. He's going to hook Forev in. Forev's still level 1. He's only got an arrow. He's going to die. LFY.
What?
Oh, he tried to go for the value creep, but there wasn't even a neutral there.
There was
no value from that arrow. LFY. Dude,
oh, and I don't know how this is happening. But it is.
I'm calling it now. This is better than the All-Star match this year. Pack it up, boys.
They've got some crazy stuff happening, and somehow it's all... There's an off-lane Drow because of this, and... This safe lane Pugna is going to win.
Did you watch these 6 CSs from Inflame? See this range creep? Look, Mason thinks he's going to get it, and he does. Mason moving in. Look who's here though, Arfu. Mason, he's going to get hooked. Come on, that's he can get him ready. This is going to be perfect. There's the decrep hook. No! I told you about it. Can't miss a hook. Absolutely impossible. Someone call the VAC police. It's literally hacks. That's how good that combo is.
I honestly hate that worked.
What?
Because it proved your point. And that makes me so sad.
People are going to start spam picking Pugna Pudge in all of your games now, and it's going to win them.
Oh, and
Easy hooks.
this top lane though, not really being punished, and not a lot of punishing to do. That offlane Dro, been punished. What are you supposed to do? You go back bottom again, but Pudge kills you every time.
Look at this. Arfu's ready for round 2.
He wants it. They kill him so fast, there's no way that he can survive. It's only a silencer to help him out.
Now the silence has left him. Dubu says, good luck on your own, mate. I'm not sticking around down here.
I mean, does Dubu really want to be down here? He does. He's just going to grab a bounty ring and come back. But
Top lane.
Mason...
Look at this. DC are manning up. They will get the kill on DDC.
That's good.
Forev could be in trouble. He does have a
He's
Chaos
fine.
Bolt. He nearly went for it there. Couldn't quite get it as Forev was out of range. So DC do get themselves on the scoreboard with the kill.
A regen pinged out for this puck. It's a very good rune right now for Abed, considering he has no mana left.
Oh, the GG play! But Monet was prepared with the Quelling Blade. The Duke said, it's going to work out. Forev, does he live? Oh, no, the crit comes in.
What? That was crazy.
I can't believe he got the crit. If he didn't get that crit, he would not have got that kill.
Imagine if he salves right there, too. I would have called him the best player in the world.
What's the percentage of that crit? It's not great, is it? It's only 12%.
12%. And he gets it, though.
He does get it. And
He got the life stealer for it, too. That's what allowed him to live. That's what made Bulba not get the kill. That's like the ultimate disrespect.
Monet back up top. Arfu. Hey, look, Arfu. He's ready to set up for some fun. They will get the silence onto him. There's the Decrep setting up for the hook. In fact, oh, he's got to be a bit careful with the curse on him, Arfu. Can't quite go for it.
They didn't do it.
They didn't do the combo
The
that time,
overpowered combination.
Mid lane. Look at this. I mean, have you ever seen a mid lane Omni beat a 10k puck?
No. I can't honestly say that I have.
What's happening here?
Oh. Abed's going for it. He's got
Bulba.
Yeah, they're going to kill him.
Super is definitely dead there with the connection from the Burrow Strike. DC do get the kill.
Never forget that Bulb was always around.
He's back. Bigger than ever. Sankingier than ever. How many games has he played on Sand King this tournament? It feels like a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Many games. And Forever Top has had an absolutely miserable time. He's level 4. But the game is still very close as a result of shenanigans.
See if DC get anything out of this rotation. They've got Bulba and Dubu heading up top. TDC is already out of there.
Look at this Omni Knight. No fear. Just right clicks him 4 times.
Top lane though, they may get this kill. Shackle onto Bulba, trying to hold back the damage. Monet, can he survive this? He'll get the stun out. Look who's here. Pugner's in town, but Mason's there with the counterplay. Throws out the Gus, bringing DDC very far down low to Crep into the blast. Trying to man up, but he's now out of mana. Does have the Arcane Boots off cooldown. He's got one more blast to play with, but DC, back up. Aren't going to feed anything here.
That's 4 heroes up here, though.
Free farm for Super. Monet straight down to bottom. And then we got taken down, making...
This is the correct play for him to go bottom like this, because it's hard for them to rotate around the map. Like, Forev's going to make his way down there, but he uses TP already, so the best he can do is leap. This top wave, Mason probably shouldn't feel very safe at all. Like, they can't protect him against a lot of these heroes, because like you said, like, I don't want to say it, but the Decrep Pugna hook does kill him every time.
It's pretty scary. He's nearly level 6 as well on the Pugna. Mid lane Super. I mean, what's the build going to be on this Omni? Do you just expect sort of phase boots, S&Y?
I'd like to see something cool. Go for like an Atos. I would be a fan of that. If Super goes for an Atos, I'll be his biggest fan.
Will he do it?
Nah, there's no way.
Mid lane, Arthur and Monet coming in. They want to make something happen. Oh,
That was really optimistic.
Yeah.
And there's a ward there.
didn't have the Decrep.
I don't think that was what... I'm not sure that was the defining characteristic of why that failed, though. And I think it comes down to probably the ward and the fact that it's a puck.
Oh, look who did have the Decrep though. Top lane, Inflame, and TDC moving on to Mason.
Well,
And
that's huge.
that's the kill still.
I don't think he expected the 2 of them to be able to get that kill, but you've got to be careful. That Pugna is so strong.
Monet, does he want to play around it? He does. Brings Forev in. There's the Starstorm nuke in return. Bulba there with the rotation, going in very deep with the Burrow Strike. Can they bring Monet down? He's ticking down low, but he gets behind the tree line. The curse, not enough to bring him down. He'll survive. Super there, I believe, body blocked the arrow there with the Invis rune. Now, Dream Coil. Can he actually get in to do anything about this? Dubu does have the curse up again in a couple of seconds. 2 points in it. LFY relatively low. These will be a lot of big kills if they can find it. DC are going to want to move in on this. Monet on the sidelines, jumped in by Bulba to get the kill.
Oh, there's
Super
no mana.
getting nuked down low as well. He's gone. LFY starting to feed down in this bottom lane.
Oh, the Shadow Shaman is 100%
They
dead
are
too, and
getting more and
Afu.
more out of this. DDC down. Afu as well to be gone. And Dubu getting the intel in the bank.
Yeah, they're gonna lose that top tower for it, but Mason, his aura, level 6, proving to be enough for his team to fight that as they come in one by one. Super heavily overestimated his strength. This guy had no mana at all, Owen, but he still kind of just sat there.
Yeah, that was the dream for DC, getting this tower as well. Looks like we're not going to see anything too funky from Super. It's just going to be the phase drums this game.
Yeah, they got 4 range heroes on their team. They're gonna take towers fast. But at the same time, this Pugna, he's pugnacious.
Pugnacious.
He's gonna hit this top tower too.
Nah, he's scared.
Oh, they're trying to sandwich him. Frev has the arrow available. Instead, gonna double Starfall, and he is
might be able to get this.
in a.
Whoa! Afu! In fact, they want to turn Monet. I don't know if he does want to turn though. Bulba's there with the Sandstorm Burrow Strike. Yeah, Monet wants to stick around. Pops the Mango. Ready to move forward. There's the dust onto Bulba. Afu, can he get the hook? Just only off cooldown. He's looking for a target. Dubu with the sidestep. Will survive. DC stepping things up. LFY do still have this group up and go as they come towards the mid lane. Ready to push in. The blast starting to come out. We'll see if DC can do anything to stop this. Bulba finds an invis. Isn't going to take it himself. Leaves it for Arbed's bottle.
So far, so good right now for DC. They're not losing heroes. This Pugna Pudge combo that you were so hyped about, Owen.
It's slowed down. I mean, Afu
slowed down. It barely did anything to begin with.
He's got 3 assists.
He's level 4. His assist came from the very beginning of the game.
Just waiting for that opportune moment. All about the patience as a Pudge. Can't get ahead of yourself. Well, feeding the ward. Tasty plus 40. Top lane. Space for Monet. Working towards that armlet. Certainly does feel like he needs it before he comes to the fight again, as he is.
He was really
just melted. Yeah.
Every time he decided 5-man with the team, he just fell behind in farm and levels. Everyone's getting really farmed. Like, Bulba's a level 7 Sand King that almost has a Blink Dagger. Dude, look at this guy.
That's pretty crazy.
He's almost got his
Crap hook nearly doing it there, but the leap is too strong.
leap counter 2 abilities.
That's our OP spell. They'll take it out next patch.
True, true. Alright, Bulba's level 8 with the Blink Dagger almost at 11 minutes.
Just getting some split push on as well. Tier 2. Getting absolutely trashed. Slowly. By the Sand King. Afu's there. Can Afu outplay Bulba? The answer, of course, is no. So he doesn't even try. Just stick around for the creeps.
This Pudge is level 6 now, but...
Monet. Getting Dubu on his own. Was out there desperately trying to find the 6 on the silencer, which they still don't have, and at the same time down bottom. Bulba works his magic so quick that even you guys at home didn't see it. It was impossible to view.
Impossible.
Too extreme for camera.
They're gonna take this top tower though. Decent trade. Tier 2 for tier 2. Stro doesn't have a lot of space.
I did have to commit the wards for it though, so...
You have to use them at some point.
Ah, yeah. True. He's just at 6. Wants
this
to pop.
Pugna is so farmed.
He really is. Top of the net worth.
That
level
is
8.
incredible.
Soaring Ether Lens. 1k gold as well. Wonder what kind of build it'll go. We saw... Samel played it earlier. He didn't actually build the Aghanims until... I don't even know... I remember watching the game 40 minutes in and he hadn't had the Aghanims. He went for... I think it was like, what, Veil, Ether Lens, Blink?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah? What, not getting the Axe? We'll see what Inflame does this game. For Rev, after those drums, looking for the diffusal. Are you a fan of this, Will? Not upgrading your brown boots?
It's okay.
Like I hear people always having strong opinions on it. You know, some people say like, well, if you're not upgrading your boots, you're an umpty. And then other people are like,
an umpty?
A numpty.
What's a numpty?
Just like if you're being a bit of a numpty. Someone that's, you know, just been a bit silly.
I see. As that isn't really a term in my vocab, but it's okay. It's not the worst, but they are.
Oh!
Bulbs!
Bulb! I don't think I've ever seen a burrow strike that small. That was like a burrow scrape the surface of the floor. They will get him. It commits the global for it though. And that's all they get. The Omni. Well, there's a mid lane Omni. Maybe they get the Arfu Pudge as well. Arfu in the tree line does bring Bulba into him, looking for the deny. Not going to get it. Forev gets the double kill. Now they're looking for more. The damage of the Drow lineup rips through DDC, and they're not quite done. Monet looking to duke out the damage there with the ultimate. Turns towards Bulba, crits him down. But Monet, can he arm the toggle his way out of this one? He cannot. He's down as well. Triple kill for Forev. And Forev showing us that you do not upgrade your boots, boys and girls, as the brown boots come into play.
That decrep into the waning rift. Okay, it worked out. Bulba baited them.
He did. He
Bulba
said, this is the
debated
level
them.
my team plays at, and then his team said, no, it's not, boys. Mason, he's going to get back to safety easily. Easiest TP of his life. Calculated it down to the fraction of a second. Mason, the mathematician.
Holy crap, Bulba baited them. He misses that stun, so they're like, guys, fight, come to me. Super just dies by himself. They pop the global, and
Brilliant.
instead of running away, LFY come in one by one, Owen.
Yeah, and they just feed. DC now with the 1k gold lead.
This is what
Look
Bulba
at
is
this
playing.
mid lane. Bulba's not messing around this time. Epicenter burrow strike. Super. Sent to the hospital.
At the sequence of events, Owen, that has transpired due to this missed stun.
I told you, Bulba's got the plan. Let them win a game. Fatten up the streak. Now you end them.
Yeah, if you win too early, if you win game one, then
It's just BM.
yeah, it's honestly
You've
just.
got to be polite. Sam, he's a very polite guy, Sam. You know what I mean?
It's one of the best.
Look at this guy. 15-7. Top of the net worth now as well, Arbed. Has that Veil. Blink as well now on the way. So Blink Veil, 15 minutes in. Perfect timing for the puck. And Mason, he's statting up. He's nice. He's got the Dragon Lance, looking for the Shadow Blade next. Could LFY have memed their way out of the streak continuation?
You don't want to go undefeated anyways. Because you want to remind yourself that you're mortal. You don't want to be too overconfident at a TI. You know, there's a good medium ground that you're going to hit.
That was Forever doing after that triple.
For some reason, this Omni isn't grabbing his talent at 10. Which I feel like is a mistake. Especially if he goes 60 GPM. If he goes 60 GPM, Owen,
Nah.
he just lost like
Dude,
180
should you get
gold.
the XP gain if you're playing Koron?
180 gold, Owen.
60 GPM is like, it's, you know, just
It's double the GPM that you get passively.
true. It's double the normal passive.
Yes, you would get 120 passive GPM. Oh, here we go.
There we
They're
go.
smoked up. They've got the tier 1 tower alive.
Smoke on smoke. Who's going to get the jump? Arfu gets his dispel. Bulba with the jump in, looking to go immediately with the burrow strike. Global comes in. There's the pounce forward. Forev gets the kill. Now they look to get Monet as well. Drop the Dream Coil. Silenced as well. No chance for the ultimate to come through. Dream Coil snap connects. Monet does get the ult out. Hugh by the burrow strike. But there's burrow strike from Bulba. Comes in for 2. Super pops the GA, but it may be a little too late. They've already lost the Chaos Knight. Super's trying to run down Bulba. The EDC looking for the lockdown onto Forev, but they lose Super. It's a die back there. Beautiful hook from Arfu, but it's not good enough. Forev still with the leap out. Should be able to just survive.
Oh, they're
And
killing
LFY
everybody out
are
here.
getting crumbled.
And the arrow.
Arfu gets arrowed right between the butt cheeks, and he's down as well. Can't even get the deny. 21-8. Digital chaos. Now LFY brought this strap to the fray that they've been hiding up until this point. This amazing next level draft that no one would have expected. And Digital Chaos, somehow, they have the answers.
At every churn. First, they bait that miss stun into what feels like 15 kills in a row.
I think coaches and analysts from all the teams here will be looking back at that point in this game and saying, that's what we need. We
Yes.
need to have a Bulba moment in our games.
Yeah.
if
It
we are
worked the
to
other
win
day
this game.
too. Somebody missed like a huge ability and somehow the enemy team got baited into thinking that was a fight.
This is incredible.
This game is getting really one-sided now. It's 5k lead at 18 minutes. DC are playing well though. Their team fight is quite good.
They are not messing around, DC.
No.
Mason's playing it really solid, just keeping himself back, farming up.
No rush at all for them. I mean, if you're LFY, what do you really do here? You needed to just fight. You got a team fight lineup. You have one hero that pushes waves.
That is true. But your high ground defense is going to be pretty spectacular.
You're going to hook people?
You're going to hook people. You're going to rift people. You're going to force people. Super is going to go for the repel TP. He will make it. Top lane. Oh, off he goes for Rev. Nearly has that defusal.
He's really farmed. They're all really farmed. Bulba's barely behind him too. He's almost got a blink. Well, it looks like he wanted to go for a Yules.
Oh, there we go though. Oh, is that going to save him, that global? Surely not. Dubu with the global plays, saving a buddy in trouble.
Oh, meanwhile in mid, they made the move forward but didn't find anyone.
Yeah, Dubu. He is a real team player. I mean, that's the thing, you know, as you said, the focus was mid lane, but Dubu, he knows what's going on all over the map. All over the map.
Indeed, Owen. Indeed.
Pick Dubu Silencer win game. I really, you know, DC, they're hot with the Silencer picks. 2-1 and 13. Dubu plus 24 in tout.
Didn't they pick Silencer Sanking last game?
Yeah, but it wasn't the same Silencer. It was different. It had different cosmetics on.
He had different cosmetics?
Yeah. Did they have Silencer last game? I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
they did. Yeah, they
did,
definitely did, because you were saying you were expecting like the Bat Ride or something. Yeah. They picked it in the first two.
And I think their other support was the Sandman.
Was Sanking again. Yeah, it was indeed. 21 to 8. DC putting LFY in their place. Inflame is going to go for the Ags this time around. In fact, he's got it, right? He's got the complete one. He does. That's the Ags done on Inflame's Pugna. BKB nearly finished for Monet. Certainly going to make quite a bit of difference. Doesn't have to worry about these silences stopping him from getting the ult off at key moments. DC, they are going to use the Moonlight Shadow to try and close in on the mid lane. See if Bulbs can get the jump. He's going to spot out DDC. That's the easy one. They'll take it. They'll take it politely. No need to be BM here. Easy kill, easy intel. Dubu continues to have this cranium expansion.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
They're going to go for Roche next. They have so many range heroes.
And LFY can't stop this. I mean, maybe they do not have a team to fight around the pit, especially being a man down.
What if you threw the hook from the Stone Golem area?
Well, you should be able to hook the Aegis, I think.
What?
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? That would...
It wouldn't be broken. It would be balanced. Hooking the Aegis.
Why would that be a mechanic in the game?
I don't know. Why a lot of things mechanics in the game.
That means you would be able to do things like Force Staff Aegis.
No.
You get so the only thing that changes is that Pudge can. What?
Don't worry,
Owen, I can't.
You'll see it in the next patch.
I kind of know you're memeing, but I can't.
Ice Frog's watching.
The problem is I can't tell if you're serious or not. It's so confusing.
If you could hook the Aegis, the game would be a more balanced place. They'll realize that one day. In 9.42.
9.42.
Coming out.
When Owen is balancing the game.
When everyone's moved on. That's not going to happen for a long time. Oh, there's the hook, and a Monet
he's
now
got
coming
BKB.
in. He has. He BKBs the hell up in this place.
That guy leaped in. He doesn't have leap available. They're gonna have to, DC's gonna have to fight their way out.
Can they do it? GA comes out. 4F in trouble. 4F is down. Jump forward from Bobble with the epicenter. Melts the mystical man with the big old beard as Omni Knight falls to the ground. Decreps there just in time. Dream Coil onto Inflame. Can he suck his way out of this? No, he cannot. Bulba comes in with the caustic. Takes down a third. DC take the fight despite the BKB and the GA usage. LFY just can't deal with this.
Yeah, they didn't have their Shadow Shaman either. DDC said, nope, not going to be there. Screw that noise. Doesn't show up to the fight at all. And I think if it weren't for the Aegis, LFY might have won that fight 4v5.
I mean, yeah, because they could have turned their attentions elsewhere and did well known to kill Forever the second time. Yeah, it certainly was one of the better fights they've taken since they've been on the back foot.
Oh, for sure. And Forever had a lot of gold on him.
He did, yes. Did he not invest it yet? No, he didn't. You're right.
Once there's a BKB on this Pugna, that fight progressively gets a lot easier.
I mean, what have they got? They still got the global to go for it, but I don't know, he's got an ag, so it doesn't really matter if he gets silenced. You can do it. Well, no, sorry, it does matter if he gets silenced because he can't recast it. But well, Mason, super, doing a bit of a sidestep there, skipping around on the bottom lane. Boba looking to pick up a gem for the team. Dubu will go full stealth next. Arbed getting the bots. Monet. Well, going back for the Echo Saber. I mean, not a bad item, of course, on the Chaos Knight. Just a little later.
All right, so this Pugna, wait for BKB, nothing else.
Yeah,
that's all you do. You wait for the BKB. That's all.
Just, I mean, the real question is if DC can break the base of LFY. They've obviously got a great lineup to do it with this Drow strat. They've got a lot of sieging potential, but as we've been saying, LFY do have ways to try and pull apart the team when they start to head towards their high ground.
So my question that I asked you is, at what point do you think LFY just says screw it, decides to non-stop 5-man?
Now. But that moment is over.
The arrow instantly ended it.
Wait, why didn't Arfu hook? I mean, I guess... Yeah, he didn't know he was quite in the position. Boba's still in the neighborhood. Boba might go for the 1v5 here.
They pretty much have to 5-man like this because they have no way to clear out the lanes. They have no range push out aside from Pugna, and Pugna kind of has to be pretty close to it.
DC as well. I mean, I guess DC, they're not seemingly pushing the issue too hard. You know, a lot of the times they're taking the fights is when LFY are actually the ones searching for them. DC are yet to take this tier 2 mid. Aren't interested in pushing. I mean, I guess waiting for the next Aegis is the safest move for DC.
Yeah.
But this is giving time for Monet, and you know, this Chaos Knight, if he is able to scale up, DC's lineup does fall off in comparison.
But the thing is, DC have several ways to shove in the waves, and they can do it really safely.
Yeah.
They have this puck, very hard for them to kill. It's almost impossible for LFY to kill this puck, by the way, until... Like, look at this. Anytime anybody tries to shove out a lane, the only person that can really do so is the Pugna. So when the Pugna goes to do it, what do you really do?
I don't know. It's, yeah, LFY really with their backs against the wall for definitely seeming to be the first time here in the TI7 group stages. They did win enough games, as we've said, to guarantee that top spot. I mean, obviously with the draft, it is clear that they're trying something different, but in terms of the play, I mean, does it feel like they're messing around too well in comparison, or are they still playing to win?
I think they're still... Somebody once described it to me the best here. You play to win, you don't necessarily have to pick to win. In Dota, you almost always play to win, because what else are you going to do, right? Even games you're playing with your friends and you're just clowning around and you draft weird stuff, you're not going to tell me you're not playing to win.
No, of course not.
You're probably going to lose horribly because you've got some weird stuff going on, but like they're building all the right items.
Yes, there's nothing to...
The CK is getting a BKB, the Pugna's getting a BKB, this Omni's getting a Lotus Orb to break the global silence. Like they're not clowning in that regard. They're better heroes on DC's side right now. You could just say this is a simple outdraft, and I mean LFI's still playing very normally.
Yeah. And so that's potential to turn around these fights, but DC smoked up, ready with the movement straight over to LFY. That ward, though, I believe, I'm pretty sure they definitely spotted it out. They did smoke right here, didn't they? So, yeah, LFY know they'll back up, get themselves back to safety, position themselves somewhere where they're not going to be caught out by this movement from DC.
They've just about got all their items, too. The Lotus Orb is complete, so is the Echo Saber. There's almost a BKB on this Pugna.
Yeah, he's just 1100 until he's got that done. Mason himself with his own BKB complete. Dude was still with a very impressive amount of intelligence stolen. And Abed rocking that top spot on the network graph and well on the way to having the money to invest in that Dagon. And LFY definitely waiting for DC to come to them. There's no doubt about that. As I say that, they're probably going to smoke and look for them. There we go.
Curiously, they didn't decide to wait for the BKB, by the way, on the Pugna. They think the Lotus Orb and the Echo Saber, which are the two big pickups for them.
Oh, DDC! He weren't quite quick enough!
They should take a fight now, though. There's no global.
That is true. I mean, we'll see if they can force it. As Inflame does go to the mid lane, he's just going to TP straight back top and clear that out. They will check Roshan just to see if it's up, but not quite going to be there, and we'll see if it's going to be the shorter or the longer spawn time soon. Dubu's still on this top lane, but we'll simply just go for the TP out. He's pinged out in the sidelines, but Arfu's not going to quite be there soon enough to have a chance with the hook. He'll go for it anyway, but of course Dubu already out of there, back to safety. Still 26-9, 8k gold lead for DC. A lot of money being built up on Forev, close to having his own BKB done if he wishes to invest in it. Abed nearly with the... well, no, he's got the funds to start getting that Dagon going. So, I mean, despite DC's lead, as I said, is it much of a worry that the game slowed down for this Drow lineup, or are they still super comfortable?
I think they're incredibly comfortable. Because there's still no real way for Abed to die. He's got a Lincoln Sphere. What's going to kill him?
Oh, that's true.
He should always get his phase shift off. And he should always get his blink off thereafter. They have stuns, but they're all projectile based or they're slow. And the ones that aren't, he can just, you know, for example, the Shadow Shaman shows up on the map, all he does is phase instantly. And he'll always get the phase off. Even if the Shadow Shaman breaks his Lincolns, then he just blinks out.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. Yeah, that's of course what would have happened when that Shaman jump was there on that high ground.
Abed can only die if he really messes up. Right now, 7-0-13.
It's not looking like it.
No, sir. And once he gets his level 25 talent too.
Well, all of this has been spotted out by DC. They know exactly what LFY is up to now. Look at the D ward. Roshan to be back up in roughly 40 seconds. We'll see if LFI want to try and take it. It is hard though. It's going to be incredibly risky if they do try to do so. And they'll head over towards the pip. It's going to be scanned out. So now DC aware of precisely what's going on despite the dewarding. Well, we're continuing to push in the top lane, straight out as well. Very nicely done, because DC just constantly keeping both of these side lanes shoved right in against LFY.
They have a Sand King with a Blink Yules. They've got a Puck with Blink Lincolns. We talked about how Sand King, I've talked about in the past how like Sand King is probably the best support aside from Coddle at just pushing in waves. Because you do it so quickly with Caustic, right? Nothing really stops you. And you've got two different escape mechanisms, if not three. And LFY, we talked about how bad their catch is. Like they just don't have fast enough stuns. The only way they do it is if DDC gets somebody.
Mid lane, Boba jumping in, looking to get things started. The Hex does come out before the globals, so there's going to be no epi, and now there's the turnaround. Now, I've been talking up Dubu's globals, but a little too slow there, as there was still that opening for that Hex to come through. Now Arbed still jumping in on this. Has to be a little careful, in case the catch would have been there, but as we mentioned, obviously with that Lincoln still feeling relatively safe. They can look towards Roshan. It is back up. There's no sanking for 30 seconds.
Oh, no way they get this.
Just keeping the side of DC back with these illusions.
This would make the game so weird if LFY managed to get this.
I mean, they've got the repel on Monet. They do still have GA. They're in a pretty good position to fight. The only thing they're really lacking is the ultimate from the CK. The Arrow Stone's only going to help them out.
There's no global either, no epicenter, even if Bulba is alive.
Oh, they're actually going to get this. They're a little scared. Hook's going to be off the point. They don't get a connection. And Monet back in the pit. It's falling low. The Serpent was doing work. Now looking to go. BKB comes out from Inflame. There's the GA as well. Arfu moving forward. He's got the controls for it, but first BKB's already out of there. Now DC moving forward with the drought damage. Arfu hooks the air. Isn't going to do anything for the side as the gust flies in. Two more down. They'll lose Inflame as well as he tries to survive, using himself himself up. He's gone. Double kill for Mason. Roshan is now there, fresh for the taking for DC to just walk in, claim the cheese, get the Aegis. And it did not work out for LFY one bit.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to do a little bit too much. LFY, they wanted to take the fight. They wanted to try to Roche. They were hemming and hawing both ways. But taking the fight against this team, I mean, you notice what happens. The right-click damage from the Drow is too much, even for the Pugna with the BKB. They pop the Omni Guardian Angel, but as soon as that's gone, their team doesn't kite really well.
Bulba, look who he's found. Arfu set up upon DC. I mean, we told you, the position they are, these wins mean everything. And DC taking down LFY. It's looking like it's going to happen.
For DC, this would be a huge win.
I told you it would.
Yeah, Bulba was building up that win streak, so we could double down on this game.
So we can say, I beat LFY when they won a 13-game win streak. Sounds much more impressive than 12, you know?
Yeah, anybody could win a 12-game win streak.
12-game win streak happens all the time.
Nobody
13.
takes 13 wins in a row against Bulba.
He's a mathematician. Knows 13 is greater than 12.
As does, hopefully, everybody.
Depends if you're counting backwards, Will. But then 13 isn't still great. Is still greater than 12.
Owen, please. Work with me here.
I'm trying. LFY. What's the plan? Moonlight from DC. See if they can get into position to go. LFY keeping themselves up on the high ground. Got level 19 on money. Is the 20 any good on CK? That was pretty nice.
12 to all stats or 120?
I think you take the twice.
You take the 120 GPM?
Nah, man, you take the stats.
What?
You take the 120 GPM?
Yeah, you're not getting any farm at all.
Yeah, but you don't need farm if you can just get farm from stats. Plus 12 stats, that's not bad.
You're not getting farm from stats. You need farm. Farm is gold.
Plus 12 stats.
Oh, and it's like, would you rather have an ulti orb or would you rather have a Midas?
Wait, ulti orb's only plus 10, Will.
Yeah, it's like slightly better.
Try and cheat me out here. It's
Hmm.
plus 12. That's ulti orb and 2 GG branches. Oh! He lands it. Wildwing Ripper getting ripped apart by the Ripper.
DDC dies so incredibly fast, and Abed's gonna keep going for more. He's got his ulti up and his Dagon.
Same time,
opt to go.
Ooh, trying to go here. Monet jukes out the arrow. They're trying to fight. Jump forward. BKB's come out, but there's the global.
Look at
Can't
this
get off the ult
damage.
in time. Monet, what's he going to do? He doesn't know where to go. Forever, BKB is going to wear off. They've got the control, but Arbet's in there with the Dream Coil. Cancels the Dismember. They're focusing Monet. Monet cannot escape out of this. He's down. They will hook Forever, but Bulba jumps forward. Super's gone as well. LFY, they've lost 4. They're going to lose Arfu as well. GG is called, and Digital Chaos end LFY's reign here in the group stages, and are the ones to defeat them. We all believed in Bulba and the gang.
I said you would. We both said he would do it.
We both said he would do it.
We
If
said it
anything
wouldn't.
was to do
Maybe
it.
not game 1, but game